A heartbreaking loss, USC's last-second defeat to Illinois. In a thrilling and controversial game, USC's journey in Champaign, Illinois, took an unexpected turn. The Trojans, ranked 21st, faced a series of challenges and setbacks that ultimately led to a devastating defeat. From a fumble in the end zone to a series of self-inflicted mistakes, this game had it all, leaving fans and players alike questioning what could have been. The afternoon started on an unfortunate note, with USC's defense missing key players and struggling to find its footing. The Trojans' secondary, a unit that had been a source of concern all season, was once again exposed. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged as linebacker Eric Gentry punched out a fumble, and safety Christian Pierce seized the opportunity, recovering the loose ball. A twist of fate, and then, with 6 minutes left, USC had a chance to turn the game around. But here's where it gets controversial. Should Coach Lincoln Riley have played it safe and bled the clock? The Trojans had just scored a crucial touchdown, and with a slim lead, time was on their side. However, Riley chose to trust his defense, a decision that would come back to haunt him. Illinois, sensing an opportunity, capitalized on USC's defensive lapses. Quarterback Luke Altmyer, a dual-threat sensation, picked apart the Trojans' defense with precision. He threw for touchdowns, ran for scores, and even caught a trick play, leaving USC's defense in disarray. The final nail in the coffin came with a winning field goal, draining the last minute of the game. The defense's struggle, a recurring theme, and this is the part most people miss. USC's defense, despite its talent, has been a work in progress. Entering the game as the nation's leader in sacks, the Trojans failed to contain Altmyer, who seemed to have all the time in the world to make plays. The run defense, too, was exposed, giving up significant yardage. Coach Riley acknowledged the issues, stating, "We've got to go out there and play better. Our expectations are high for our defensive line, and I expected us to affect them more." Offensive bright spots, but mistakes abound. On the offensive side, Jaden Maiava had his moments, throwing for over 300 yards and 2 scores. Wayman Jordan's running game provided a spark, but a crucial fumble early on set the tone for a frustrating day. Wideout Makai Lemon, however, had a career game, hauling in 11 receptions for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. Illinois, despite its own mistakes, gave USC chances to take control. But backbreaking errors, like Maiava's interception in the third quarter, kept the Trojans from seizing the momentum. The impact of absences. The absence of key players, including defensive leader Kamari Ramsey, who fell ill just before the game, proved costly. Ramsey's role as a communicator to the struggling secondary was especially felt, leaving the Trojans' defense vulnerable. A familiar refrain, the need for improvement. Coach Riley, in his post-game analysis, echoed a familiar sentiment. "We've got to get better. It wasn't good enough." As the dust settled, one couldn't help but wonder about the what-ifs. What if the fumble on the opening drive had gone USC's way? What if the trick play touchdown hadn't been called back? These questions linger, leaving a bitter taste for USC fans. Final thoughts and a call to action. In a game that could have gone either way, USC's last-second loss to Illinois leaves us with more questions than answers. As we reflect on this heart-wrenching defeat, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with Coach Riley's decision-making? How can USC turn things around? Let's discuss in the comments and explore the potential paths forward for this talented yet troubled team.